stockings were hung by a chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Vlogmas Day 2. I hope that you enjoyed the video yesterday, and if you did not see it, I will link it down below. It was just kind of an introduction as to what Vlogmas is going to look like for us this season, as well as a Q&A, answering all of the questions that you have asked me over the past few months. So today, keeping in the theme of planning, what I want to show you is a walkthrough of my front porch and how I have decorated it to just make me feel more Christmassy. I feel like your house is supposed to rise up and meet you every time that you come home, and this is just kind of a way to allow my house to say Merry Christmas to me every time I leave and every time I return, as well as to say Merry Christmas to my neighbors as well. So I want to do a tour for you, show you what I've done and why I've done it. I'm going to try not to chatter my teeth too much. It is freezing outside, and it's chilly, and so I'm going to try to get through it without sounding like I'm freezing to death. But I hope that you'll enjoy it. I hope that it will give you some inspiration when you're doing the finishing touches or just starting your porch. Just different ways to make your home look warm and cozy to both yourself as well as those that might be driving by. So let me take you outside and I will show you what I have done. So this is our front porch. There are some things on here that are similar to what we had for our fall porch decor. So the boxes right here and here are the same. The lanterns are the same. You'll see right here this bottom layer rug is the same. Obviously our bench is the same, and then the lantern over here in this corner is the same as well, and the little black boots. So I kept these ferns right here just because I felt like it added texture, and I tried to take them out and they would not come, and so I said, okay, then you stay. So I did that. I also put a wreath around the bottom of this flower pot, just again to give it kind of a different dimension and to cover up some of the space on top of the ferns. These right here I purchased from Ace Hardware, and I don't know if that is a nationwide thing. I kind of think it's a Midwestern thing, but they are beautiful and I love them. They just have kind of your pine right here, and then a little different type of pine over on that side. They've got some fake berries in here, pine cones, just a little bit of gold throughout on the sides, and then the aspen wood in the back, and then just some little sprigs of branches. Oh, and the pot I absolutely love. So this I'll be able to use all throughout the year. Once winter is over, I can just clean that out and use it for whatever I want to put in there come spring. So I'm excited about that. But what I did is I just strung little fairy lights all through there, and I will show you how I do my fairy lights as far as the fact that they're on a timer and how I work with that. I love the fairy lights that I use, and I will link them down below. They are so easy to turn on and off, and absolutely no hassle, no fuss. Once you turn them on, you don't have to deal with it until the batteries run out. And then down here, again, like I said, I have the same lantern that I had for my fall decor. I have candles in there that are also on a timer and have flicker flame. And don't mind the fact that it's cracked. That happened this fall, and I love it too much to get rid of it, so it stays. I didn't put anything inside of the lanterns just because I felt like less is more in this regard, just because there's so much else going on up here. Again, you'll see the fairy lights in this arrangement as well. And then over here, I just have the same basket that I had in my fall decor, as well as the aspen that we had, and I just added in a Christmas tree, and then this little sign here that I got last year from the Target dollar spot, fresh cut Christmas trees, pine, spruce, and fir. And then over here on my bench, I have some ice skates that I purchased a couple years ago off of eBay for like 10 bucks. I've got this little lantern right here. I got it from Target, I want to say like 2 or 3 years ago, but I know they have different things like that every year, so I'm sure you could find something similar. This was in my fall decor as well, so I just left it there. It's just a scarf from the Target dollar spot. This right here, I purchased these, I think from Hobby Lobby 2 or 3 years ago, maybe even 4. And I just kind of threw those inside of that box and just draped them over the side. I just thought that would be really pretty with the two woods together, and because the box is a lighter shade of wood, obviously the red sticks out. So I liked the way that that looked. This is a real wreath that our realtor actually dropped off for us. It smells amazing, so I wanted to put it out here. So you'll see that I have the twinkle lights kind of throughout the wreath here, and then also over here on the lantern. But I wanted to put this wreath out here just because as you come up to the front door, you just get this huge waft of pine, and it just smells Christmassy. So I love that there. And then over here on this side, I actually made this 3 or 4 years ago. It's just a piece of wood that I whitewashed, and I stapled the lights along the side of that there. The lights are just from Target, and I have it set up. I don't know if you can see back there, but it's on a timer, so it comes on at the same time every day. I don't have to mess around with it, remember it, all of that. Again, I have the same lantern from this fall, and the black boots, and the lights inside of there as well. I like to layer my porch rugs. I just feel like by putting a larger one underneath of a smaller one, it just kind of creates a more homey space. It just, in my opinion, looks more welcoming. It adds, you know, 2 different textiles, just an extra layer that, in my opinion, looks better than if I were to just have this rug right here on the concrete. And then on our door is just this lovely wreath that I purchased from Costco last year. I love it. There are lights already pre-lit on it, and they are set to a timer. They can either blink or just stay steady. I'm telling you, friends, this wreath is high quality. It's very well made. It's not patchy, you know, you don't have like bare spots in and throughout it. And it was 40 bucks. Last year I posted on Instagram and showed you guys that Costco did have these. They also have garland as well. And a lot of you messaged me afterwards and said that you went out and got one and how much you loved it. And I can't say enough about this wreath. The quality of this wreath is huge. So that is what we have here on the porch. I want to show you really quick here about my lights. So the ones over here on my little floral arrangements, they are on this timer. And you'll see a lot of different numbers on there, and those are the different settings that you can set your lights to. So you can either have them blinking or kind of like that, they call it track lighting, where it kind of looks like the lights are just running. You can have them steady, just like fading in, fading out, all of the things. So you can choose whichever you would prefer. I myself just like the steady, and so the very first time that you turn them on is you just hit the on button, and then you hit timer, and you'll see that that flashed. I'll do it one more time. See how it just blinks one more time, and that allows you to know that they are set on timer. So whenever you turn them on at whatever time of the day you want them to go on, they will come on at that time every single day until the batteries run out or the holidays are over and you take them down. And that is all that I do. And so I would do the same thing to this. I would just turn it on and then click my timer, and it blinks and allows me to know that they are now set to turn on at such and such a time every day. I'm gonna go ahead and turn them off, and then I'll just reset them this evening when you know, the sun starts to go down. And I usually have mine come on about 4:30. Sun goes down around here about 5 o'clock, and so I like to have them on as the sun is starting to go down. I wanted to show you, because they are outside and they are on a battery pack, or you know, linked to a battery pack. What I do is I just have the batteries inside, obviously, and then I just put a little snack-sized baggie around the pack, and I just zip it all the way over to where my wire comes out. It's covered wire, so you know, that's safe. But I just like the idea that because they're still out here in the element, and obviously we do get snow here, I just like the fact that it's kind of tucked in there, and it keeps it nice and safe and secure. And then I just have this one over here, the same thing. I just have it kind of tucked down in there, and I feel like it's not obvious unless you know that it's there. And then how I have my candles set up is through another timing device. So as you can see here, this is the timer. So you have an on-off, and then you have a timer section where you can choose how long you want your lights to be on. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Then you also have a mode for candle or light. And then if you want to dim them or brighten them, you can do that as well. And so what you do is you just go through, and kind of the same situation as with the twinkle lights, is you just turn them on. And now they're all on, and then I go ahead and I am going to click on candle, and you'll notice that they flash as well, so you know that they received the message. And then I always choose 8 hours just because I love having them on, and so you'll click on 8 hours and they will flash again, and you will know that the message was received for that as well. So you just go through, you turn all of them on just like that, and just like that. And then again, I like the candle because then they just kind of flicker and do their thing that way. And then I'm gonna do the 8 hours, and they flicker again, and that's it. And I don't have to touch them again, friends, until Christmas is over or my batteries run out. I always like to have, I'm gonna go ahead and shut these off until later today, and I will redo the timer. I always like to have candles on my front porch. I just feel like it's warm and welcoming, and so I always have some type of a lantern or a candle or something out here, but I don't like to have to think about it. And so because of that, I choose to do the timer lights, and I love it because they automatically go on whether or not I'm home or not, and I do not have to remember to turn them on. I hope that you guys enjoyed that video, and I hope that it gave you even a tiny bit of inspiration as to things that maybe you hadn't thought about that you can incorporate into your current situation and your current home. If you are not yet subscribed to this channel, I would love it if you would join us over here in the community that we have created on YouTube. What you can do is go ahead and click on that bell right beside the subscribe button, and it will notify you every time that I post a new video. Also, if you are not following me on Instagram, hop over there. The handle is down below. I post there daily, especially right now because we're doing Elf on the Shelf, and I take it a little bit seriously. And so I am posting elf pictures every day, but aside from that, it's just a way for you to get to know me on a more personal level outside of an edited video. friends, I just encourage you to create a life that you absolutely love living and will not need a vacation from. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.